You want to break that down?
Rather than having to hit the computer gives you the guy you want, you can now.
How are you reading it? You know what it is. We read it already.
I thought you wanted me to break it down.
Yeah, so break it down.
Well, basically, you get to. I forgot what it is.
Maverick fam, how's it going? How's your mama? Your boy DR. Got the fam with me, Juice, Trent, DC. And we're gonna go over some of this new NCAA college football news that just dropped. You gotta train me, man. Stop saying NCAA.
Yeah.
It's
college
just,
football.
it's college football. Not nut squads, cut squads. Cut squads.
Easy to remember, yeah.
Easy to remember, man. All right.
That's kind of cold.
That is, yeah. Cut squads over nut squads any day of the week, man. But there's just a bunch of news that just dropped. We want to talk about it with you guys like we did last time. We will link these articles down in the description if you want to check them out. Let's do a full slow scroll down so they can see everything we're going to cover. We're going to talk about the new playbooks that they've added, over 130 of them, player differentiation system. They got new AI, the wear and tear system that I was kind of hating on. I was hating prematurely. Seems a little bit deeper than we had initially thought. They have new passing in the game. You can run the dang ball better than ever with the new option system, new home field advantage, stuff like that. Abilities and badges are their X factors. We'll talk about that. Different pre-snap things you can do, audibles, hot routes, the defensive switch stick. We were going over all this before. Trent's pretty excited about that. New kicking system and weather. That's everything on the table. We'd love to get your guys' thoughts. Let us know if you're excited. I want to know, are you more excited about Madden or NCAA after listening to this? Trent, after going through all the information, where are you at on excitement? 1 to 10, let's say 1 to 10 for NCAA.
1 to 10? Probably.
For college football.
Oh, yeah, for college football. Probably a 10.
10.
Yeah.
Trent was hating, not hating, but he wasn't a 10 before we went into this article. What were you before the article?
Probably like an 8.
Okay, still up there. Where are you 1 to 10?
I'm for like the 9, like right under the 10.
Okay.
I can't be a 10 without playing it. You know
I
what
feel
mean?
that. Because he's a little bit more mature than me. I am. I'm a 10. I can't wait to play. I'm ready, but just where you at? He's the biggest hater by far.
Yeah, I'm like a 6 right now.
Okay.
I think I was a 5 before this.
So it did something.
Yeah.
That should tell y'all something. Spoiler alert, there's a lot of good news. Okay, so 134 playbooks. We're not gonna read this in detail. We've read almost all of this. If you want the details, just check the link in the description. This is more for you guys. Why would I read it to you? You could just read it, you know? So this is for the guys that like to listen to their news. But over 134 playbooks, and they have 10 specific styles, okay, including air raid and triple option. The hater did point out if they got 10 different styles, why they only named 2?
At least give me like 3, 4.
It does, it would be a little more believable. But you think they just lying, Juice?
Yeah, like, it didn't even get to etc.
Dang, so you think that okay, or maybe, but you gotta think this isn't an official EA article.
Okay, yeah.
These are people that got to go out and play it.
Okay.
And I think sometimes with that, just knowing how EA invites, because we didn't get one. Sometimes they don't always send the most. No, hold up. The people could be what I'm saying. So I would think.
It. Wow.
They don't say
No, it's nothing like that. I'm just saying.
They don't say gamers for real.
Yeah. Or not even just gamers, but the right gamers. Like there's certain games that DC shouldn't be reviewing.
Yeah, okay.
Like he play all the Negro games,
Like
all the ones that are
players,
popping in the hood. Yeah, he respectfully, he can't give a review on Escape from Tarkov.
Right.
He don't play it. And so it's like, why would you send him out to a Tarkov event? EA does that. And I don't know anything about this website. Trying to fight, you read them every now and then.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Are they good? Like, are they pretty reputable?
They are reputable. They're reliable from what I've seen, you know?
But even just looking at the top, right, at their header, music, films, culture, lifestyle, like, I don't think they specialize in Madden gaming. So that's probably why he only had 2 of them.
They don't even say gaming. They don't even have a gaming tab.
EA, our address ain't changed. I'm just saying. There's maybe some other people you could have sent, but it's cool. So for that reason, I think that's maybe why they didn't name them all. Still, 134 playbooks is a lot. And I didn't play NCAA 14 enough to know the differences between every single school. But if that's legit, you get in a different playbook, you feel a different experience. That's crazy.
That's
You can
variety
never
right
get
there.
bored, low key.
How could you?
That should get your excitement up a little bit.
I mean,
Yeah,
10
Juice.
years of not having this game, you should have.
You better, yeah. Y'all owe us. So yeah, we're slightly impressed with that. All 22 player differentiation system. This kind of felt like ratings. I don't know. Like hear them say, they said it was noticeable in playing the game. Basically, a star receiver is going to go up and get the ball over defenders, while a lesser receiver is going to struggle to make catches in traffic. To me, that feels like almost every Madden or NCAA game ever. You know, maybe some more than others, but good players feel like good players. That's what the ratings do. I ain't never had a 60 speed running back and feel like, ooh, he's fast. It's like he's slow.
Maybe Maybe it might apply more in like regs. Because even in Madden, sometimes you could pull some stuff off of like the worst team.
Yeah.
Maybe it's gonna make it harder to do that. And personnel might actually matter.
What do you mean? But you say might actually. I feel like it does actually matter already. Okay, so for example, spoiler alert, Trent played Jazz in Madden on our website, and he lost to her, but because she had better players. She had a high overall difference in him. And I feel like...
But you, like the kind of stuff that, like, when they say you have to know your personnel, make sure you get the ball in the right spot. You know, like the kind of stuff Flam will complain about like how this person is getting.
He should never get beat. Yeah,
or
kind of
the kind of stuff. Yeah, I feel like this is like that type of stuff.
Maybe, and to some extent though, because I think they mentioned it somewhere else in this article, that stuff isn't guaranteed. So like maybe how with Truz, you know you're not gonna fumble from like a tackle. It seems like they have nothing like that in the game, which is closer to real life. Like you could have a 60 overall make a dope play. You know what I mean? So that's the weird thing about sports. Like you only want the ratings to matter so much because you also have a competitive game. Like DC would be pissed if he does a perfect user play, he lurks someone and drops the pick.
With perfect timing.
Yes.
Right.
But what if that guy just can't catch? Ratings and skill is such a tough balance. So enhanced computer AI, I ain't gonna lie, we skimmed this. Y'all can pause it and read in more detail if you want, but it's just like improved AI, we've heard it. It might be improved, we just gotta see it. We gotta play, and a lot of us play head to head where that might not matter as much. But this wear and tear system is kind of crazy. They have like, they got it broken down to different body parts. And so you could have a injury on your quarterback's throwing arm that might affect his throw power. And so you got to think about the hits people take. What I'm thinking of is like, I'm just not taking hit sticks the same way anymore. Because in the past, let's say playing Madden, I only got to worry about maybe my fatigue going down. It's like sub him out for a few plays. But nah, what if he hurt his shoulder? And if he takes another hit from that side, he might fumble. It's a lot more detailed. How y'all feel about that?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it. I feel like it's gonna give a more of an impact on the game.
A lot of variety.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna be thinking too much.
So because of that, I wonder, is it going to be in all the modes? Kind of how injuries, and I even think fatigue is limited in like the head-to-head mode. It's not as bad as it might be in some franchises. Injury stuff like that. This seems like something they might take out, like you said, of nut squads. Because it's like, why? Because it's like, are you going to be frustrated having to think of all that?
But
I would be.
There used to be a Madden when they had injuries on MUT. Right?
Yeah, they did. Yep. So you gotta think they took it out. Right now we have a Madden where there's a mode that doesn't have injuries, one that does. Oh, even like penalties. Like you'll never get holding, but you play a dang franchise, you might mess around and get a holding call. And so it's like, I don't know how much this will be in the online, and I don't know if I'm upset about that. Another interesting feature is the passing system, which seems to work like well they compared it to MVP Baseball 05, which I haven't played, but it seems like you gotta hold a meter to fill up your bullet passness. So if you hold it all the way, it's as fast as it can go. You tap it, it's as high as it can go, and you can manually adjust anywhere in between there based off how much you hold.
And I'm sure like each quarterback's stats will affect how fast the meter moves.
Dang.
For what throw and all that stuff.
So you can probably adjust it on like the better guys. It goes slow. Ooh.
That's gonna be the hardest learning curve.
Yes.
That's gonna be tough.
And kind of like how 2K, how you could have different shots for different players. You might have to take time to know,
to learn the releases.
like this guy, yeah, like, oh, his is quick. I don't have much time. Is that a dub or an L for y'all?
I think it's a dub because it creates a new, like DC said, a new learning curve.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's a dub.
Something new to learn. Yeah.
And without our hands being on it, hard to tell. I believe from some of the content I saw from people that played, they felt good about it. We shall see. Let us know if you have any worries. In running the dang ball, it seems like they feel like the blocking's better. They feel like instead of the line behaving as a whole unit, each guy is blocking individually. This is the one game, I think the only one we've had up to this point that doesn't have previous gen development. I feel like Madden 24 is on PS4.
I think so.
It is.
So you're saying the first game in game history?
First sports. You know, we know, yeah. Like we haven't had a football game like that where they only focus on the newer ones. Because think about it, if you got to develop for the PS4, one, that's just people working on it, so less dev time going to the newer one, and you got to limit some of the. You can't be too dope because then PS4 can't do it. So they only worry about PS5 here at Xbox Series, and so I think that could give us different improvements. Like I noticed someone said they had 3D grass that was not something they did in the other ones, which
So this could look better than the Madden that we have right now.
Yeah, it should. And because I think they have more of an atmosphere than the NFL anyway. Like everyone I heard that played it said the atmosphere was amazing. Like Anyone that's worried about the graphics, the presentation, they ate. Seems like they ate
Nice.
and came back for seconds. Yeah. New option system. How the option works is a little bit different. Instead of holding the button, you gotta tap it a little differently. Maybe just a small learning curve. I think a big point for Trent was the player abilities and badges. So in short, there's no X factors. How do you feel about that? And no abilities in the sense that we understand them in Madden, like jukebox and evasive stuff like that. Do y'all think that's a dub?
Sounds almost more of a momentum base. Like if your player's balling out, you might get like
Yeah.
a double me for one play. You know what I mean?
I feel that,
Type of
yeah.
thing. That's what it kind of seems like.
And it's not guaranteed. It seems like what they say. So even if he does have whatever he has, it's just increased odds. So
I like that.
I feel kind of weird about that though. Like if my guy is in the zone, that's kind of one of those weird like skill between rating things. It's like having a game breaker. You feel like you earned it. I want to see some mother fluffing game breaker activities. So imagine having a game breaker and it don't game break.
Yeah, they should leave that type of
It's in
stuff back in
Madden.
the day though. Back in the day.
Game breakers?
Game breaker type.
That's it. That's
So-
Madden right now. You got the double me that don't double me when
Yeah.
you blinking, all that stuff.
Yeah, and don't you feel cheated for that? Like I hate it. It's like why do all the little why he glowing? Why he looks special for me to throw it up and get picked one-on-one? Even like this. So let's say you're opening a pack that tells you have a 99% chance to get an elite. And you get a gold. Like how pissed are you? Gamers, and I've heard of developers actually lying to players. Like they don't really, if it says you have a certain amount of odds for something like 90%, they actually put 100. Because as a gamer, that feels horrible to have a 90% chance or even a 99, but the actual numbers play out like they can. So that's kind of how I feel about it. But what's the right answer? You know, everyone's different. People gonna find their reasons to complain. I think especially because we know Madden, I don't know that the next one will, but I'm assuming it will have abilities and X factors. I'm glad we have an option that doesn't have them. That's kind of my take on it. Pre-snap recognition, that should be cool. We'll let y'all look into that. And like hot routes, you know, slide protection. Yeah, do it. The defensive switch stick. Ooh, you want to break that down?
Rather than having to hit circle or B to switch players on defense and hope the computer gives you the guy you want, you can now.
Why are you reading it? You know what it is. We read it already.
I thought you wanted me to break it down.
Yeah, so break it down.
Well, basically, you get to. I forgot what it is.
It's not even dope. I'm just teasing him because he was excited when we were first going down, like it was deep. You can just use a stick to switch players. Like pre-snap. You forgot that, Ninja? We just read it.
You hold circle, you can use the.
You
left
can
stick.
still do that, yep. That's why I think who they sent out, you know?
Ah, it all makes sense now. My bad.
But y'all can check it out. Maybe there's some we missed there. New kicking system. This is hard to figure out what it looks like, but it seems to be harder. From what we gathered, you have like green, yellow, red, and you want to try to stop it in the green, I think. And then the meter fills. But what we get is that this kicking is gonna be harder. It's a brand new system.
Totally.
I invite all that. I think kicking should be hard. I think kicking is way too easy in all the games. Like for most games, you know what I mean? Unless the weather's crazy or there's weird wind. If I have to do a 58-yard field goal, even with a decent kicker, I'm petty. I said 58 yards, but
Dang.
You did
know
that
what I'm
on
talking about?
purpose?
I didn't even mean to do that.
Yeah.
But I just remember. I think my subconscious did it. Whoever's watching, it's an inside joke. You know what I'm talking about. But like, how many times do you think you're missing a 58-yard field goal?
In
In Madden, yeah.
never.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like, it shouldn't be that way. I think there's a very rare breed of kickers that seems to be a thing for in the NFL. And so let it be that way. It should be a rare breed of gamers that do that too. And so making kicking harder, I'm all for that. Let us know what you think. Some people don't agree with that, but
I like it because that's like the college atmosphere. Like I'll be watching a college game and they'll shank the kick. Like
seen
Am I tripping
those.
to
a
college?
30-yard.
Do they have like their goalposts are a little bit more narrow in college?
oh,
I don't know about
I don't know. That would be interesting. Like it's harder to kick?
Yeah, like I feel like it's a smaller goal for them to hit. Or
I
it could
wouldn't
be
even know.
bigger. I might be tripping.
I'm not even gonna cat. Yeah, like y'all, let us know if y'all know. So with all of these changes, I think weather impacts is that the last one. Yep, where they say wet balls matter or wet footballs matter. You know.
That whole 4 little words.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they should. With all of these updates and things to look forward to, I think we got a good game on our hands. I have one concern. From everything I heard from people and even reading this, it seems to be a lot more arcadey. Oh, thank you, Luke. We got another article too. Because y'all like, y'all didn't even mention Road to Glory. And there is a Road to Glory. And there's some things they took out, things they added that I think you guys will like. But last touch, what I was gonna say though, I think the game's gonna be really arcadey. It seems like it's faster. Everyone has confirmed that it's faster than Madden. It's not a clone. You won't see a Madden that's reskinned. But with it being more arcadey, harder to play defense, faster, I think like Madden gamers are really gonna get in there and break it. I think you're gonna see crazy blitzes. I think it's gonna be easy to score. And unless you do like Dynasty against the computer or your buddies from work, you might have a pretty tough experience in front of you, man.
Do you think it'll be harder than Madden?
I just don't see how it's not, man. I don't know. When you think of something being faster, more arcadey, I just feel like it's easier to break.
Is there a Madden that used to be pretty fast too, like Madden?
Yeah, well, I think once we went to like Madden 25, so we went from PS3 to like PS4 and stuff and whatnot, the game got a little bit slower. That was the 1 year people were like, what the fluff?
Oh, the user was.
It was a lot slower, yeah. And even you guys might remember from some of the throwbacks we played though, but like the game used to be a lot faster, more arcadey. And when I think of like, I see y'all complaining about some of the blitzes now, bro, there was like 3-man A gaps from under center. The only difference though is the game wasn't patched as heavily. So like, if the game shipped with that, you were getting hit all year with it. Now with the patches, I think they could stop some of it, but with one patch, they open up something else. That's my one negative prediction. I think I'll be fine with it. I like that kind of stuff, but I think some of y'all are really hoping for it not to be like that. I think it will be. Road to Glory. I think the most notable things from this is they are adding a transfer portal and the NIL deals. What does NIL stand for? Do y'all know?
Name, image, and likeness.
Okay, so you can get deals, man. You might get sponsored. Now, who do they have in there? That's interesting. Is it gonna be like kind of how in 2K you can do Adidas, Jordan, yeah, that kind of vibe? Cool. Do they have all of them in there, or is it more like, you know, just fake brands, like get a little soap sponsor or whatever? But they're out there, yo. Like, I be seeing these college guys getting deals. I saw a basketball player, he got like a cosmetic deal, man.
Yeah, I think Caitlin Clark is making more on her NIL deals than she is in the WNBA right now.
It's
like
with Angel Reese.
Wow.
Is the transfer portal how you go from from college football to NFL to Madden?
No, that's something different, but they took that out. Scroll down a little bit.
That's
Luke.
a missed
The
opportunity.
transfer
Yes.
portal if you like want to move schools.
Wow.
I don't fully follow
That's
college,
tough.
so y'all have to tell us. I think that's something new to college football as a whole. I thought if I went to another school, I had to like sit out for a
Yeah,
little
wait
bit.
a year.
Red shirt, something like that. Yeah, I think that adds to this. Like, you could just be switching schools like Katie. Other schools could be trying to get you to switch, you know? There's no mascot mode. Players will not be able to export draft classes from college football into Madden. While EA did not explain why this feature was removed, College Football 25 is notable for being the first in the series to use real world. Yeah,
Why do you think they did it, yeah?
I'm not gonna lie, man. They don't tell us. They tell us you a game changer, but they don't tell you enough to let you really change the game, man. They just like, this is what it is. But I will say things like this. Like, I noticed that there might be something like, there might be little glitches that they have in the game because they just don't have the memory to do everything we want them to do. Because like, I remember they're asking like, why don't y'all have the Pro Bowl? Because they used to have it. And I feel like the answer was something along the lines of like, they ultimately didn't have the space to fit it. Because it's like, we have all this in there. What do you want us to take out? Because you want the Pro Bowl so bad. Oh, you don't want draft champs? You know? Because yeah, I think there are legit, not just limitations in time, because they only have a year to work on it, but like, you can only put kind of like a hard drive or something. You know, there's only so much you can do. You have limitations. So if you want all the playbooks in the world, we want all the hot routes, all the abilities, all the new jerseys and all this, something's got to go. So I know that's been a type of answer I've got. If that's the reason for this, I don't know. I think that's kind of tough though. Like,
That's the wrong thing to cut.
I think like in the world of content, how many people want to transfer their stuff? So transfer portal and NIL are the biggest additions, I think. Oh, something else that they do not have is high school. They took high school out. That kind of hurt my heart.
Yeah, I feel like, dang.
Yeah, and there's only a limited amount of positions. Does it say in this article, Luke? Scroll down, I don't know. It may not be here, but I definitely heard it that you can only pick a certain amount of positions. Yeah, it's not this article, but I think you can pick like linebacker, quarterback, running back, receiver, DB. I'm pretty sure that's it. I know there was no safety. You can't be a lineman.
No safety is like,
safety.
for a lot of people, no safety might be the toughest. Like,
I think
that
yeah. I think that's tough for me. Yeah, not a lot of people crying over no linemen, but I hear it's a 10 to 20 hour experience to beat the whole Road to Glory. I think they said like 20 hours.
That's pretty good.
Kind of.
That's a long time.
You know, it's not like it's not the NFL. You can't just keep going and going. You can only do 4 or 5 years, but I think that's cool. But it seems to be like there's a story involved, like certain cut scenes, or not. I don't know if it's cut scenes, but our info is limited. I think last notable piece of news I heard that might not be in here is the dynasty mode. I think it's up to 30 years, and you can start as like an assistant coach if you wanted. Like, you're not even the head coach. You're like a offensive coordinator, and you try to work your way up to get in the head coaching position, develop players. That could be interesting. I think just being a coach, because you have the transfer portal. Like, I'll be pissed. Saban trying to take my guys from me? The fuck? You got prime time over there on Twitter recruiting just because he famous. Then he could take your players. Like, that could be funny. Or you get like a star player to start acting like a diva because he making $1 million a month, you know, selling makeup.
Yeah.
Like, wow, brother. I think we're excited. All of our excitement went up after reading this stuff. Let us know how you feel. Are you more excited for Madden or NCAA?
College football.
Or, yeah, cut squads. We love you guys. Thank you so much for rocking with us. Till next time, God first, God bless.